we're actually bringing out some truths, peel back the layers of all this fluff.
Shining the light on this industry as a whole. Maybe you should stay away from it.
Hi everybody, welcome to Real Estate Raw and Uncut. This is episode 113. I'm Byron Lazine, Tim Bray, and Brittany Carr. Brittany, what's up?
Making her debut.
You got the
on
memo
show.
today about plaid.
Well, you know, it's tough. Everybody kind
He
of wants to
didn't.
copy
This
my
guy
steez.
didn't.
Everybody is trying to be like you.
Next, I'm gonna shave my head, grow a beard.
Well, I don't shave my head. Why would you do that? Are you just trying to go
Cut it
Britney
shorter?
Spears on us?
Yeah.
You know?
We have the same name.
It's not a bad idea.
That's true. You do. So, Brittany, welcome to the show. Are you excited? Are you like pumped?
Kind of.
Pretty much.
You got a big date tonight, huh?
I do.
Wow.
Keeping your personal life here.
Where are you going? It could be more interesting to the show, you know?
Everyone wants to know what Brittany's up to.
Well, I just want to
behind
know
the
where you're
scenes.
going. What kind of
Brewery. These
brewery?
guys brewery.
Oh, cool. Cool. So what do we want to talk about? You had a good topic.
I
You seem
think-
overdressed for the show.
I do, huh?
He forgot the plaid memo. He forgot.
Appropriate real estate attire.
Okay.
Is there a dress code in real estate?
So
How about just as a professional in general?
I've went back and forth on this topic. You know,
I remember.
Yeah.
You actually bought me a suit.
That's
or
right.
two.
I did buy you a suit one time. So I've gone back and forth. I think you've got to know kind of what the audience is going to be, or you know, if you're going to a black tie event, don't be a guy that shows up in a t-shirt at a black tie event.
Here's my issue with the black tie event, since you bring it up. Most of the time now they're saying black tie optional. Now,
Right.
is there a win there? Because what if you're the guy that you don't know, right? So what if you show up and everybody's in blue suits,
Yeah.
but you're the penguin?
I don't think
Stand out.
Yeah.
So is that
You're
where you
gonna
want to be?
If that's what you want, ultimately, I don't think it matters what you wear, which is why I wear my Jordans into.
They're nice,
Most
by the
people,
way.
these are very nice.
Now,
Jays.
do you wear those on a listing appointment?
I'll wear them into a listing appointment. Absolutely.
Is this universal attire right here?
This is what I'll
A
wear this.
closing,
Yeah.
a showing.
I
a
do. I
listing
wear this
appointment?
anywhere. Listing, showing.
If you're always on the
Meeting
go,
the
you
buyer.
need comfortable shoes, right?
And
I agree.
I think the mentality behind it is you do what you do so well
That's right.
that it doesn't matter.
So there are some agents that are like, Byron, you just underdress.
Well, I
And-
can name a couple of them.
Right,
who-
I can name a couple of them too. But so you're just underdressing. You need to dress more professional. And I've said, listen, I will go into a listing appointment when I'm competing against you in my basketball shorts. That's how confident I am in my abilities. Not trying to put your abilities down. I'm just so confident in what I do, what my team does, what we bring to the table. I would go on a listing appointment, and I need to test this out in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and just like act like it's no big deal.
I still think
Never bring it up.
I think you hit it before. I think it's your audience.
Right.
And sometimes when you're talking to people that have grown up in, because times have changed. So it used to be, you're in an office. There were certain attire, like there was a casual Friday was jeans.
Right.
And
You could do it on that
could
one
do it on that
special
one
day.
It's still like that in corporate America.
Did we, Brittany, when we hired you, was there any talk of dress code?
No, actually, there wasn't. I showed up to the interview in nice pants and a nice shirt, and then you were.
And then your dress has
sneakers,
just gone
and
progressively
you had your
down.
feet up on
Yeah.
the chair
But
and
you know what?
everything. I was like,
that's-
all right.
And that's kind of that young, that's that perspective. And guess what? You do an awesome job. You are great at what you do.
Thank you.
Now, if you were horrible at what you did, and
I gotta
we made
make
a
up for it
correlation
with your
to
dress.
your dress, we would try to change some things.
Well, here's the
Maybe
thing.
jack the temperature down a bit.
Yeah, I
maybe
probably
so you're
wouldn't.
not sleeping.
But if you're right, Brittany's doing a great job. If Brittany wasn't doing a great job, I wouldn't. This is where like too many people like micromanaging the wrong thing as opposed to micromanaging the right thing. Like micromanage the tasks that are moving the needle forward for your company. Make sure that those things are getting done. Don't micromanage shit that just doesn't matter.
yeah,
like,
but what if it does? In the perception of your consumer, what if your consumer is
So-
expecting that professional?
Right, so Brittany's, well, I think that expectation is going down.
But
I
not
think
with the older
less
folks.
people, well, maybe. I think less people today in 2016 than in 1996 are across the board, you know, percentages are thinking that dress needs to be, you know, a
Less
tie.
up there.
Yeah. So, but Brittany's not seen by the public. So some people will just micromanage, like literally you need to wear a suit on every business flight.
Sure.
Right? On the plane.
To represent the company.
To represent the company. But yet that person's probably not going to talk to anybody on the plane and nobody's going to even know who they work for, right?
But they should be networking.
They should be networking, but it's a plane. Nobody wants you talking to them on a flight, right?
I used to.
Don't talk to me on a flight. Like my headphones are going in, and I'm going to completely ignore you over this next 3-hour period. So I think micromanagement situations that don't make sense just to make a rule.
Wait, I think we're getting away from it though. We're talking about micromanagement versus.
Well, I think dress code is micromanaging.
Well, no, but
people.
you personally, I'm talking about you personally have that option to dress a certain way.
Right, I do.
Everybody.
Right.
Well,
Well,
not
depends.
everybody.
You may not work for a company where you don't
Right.
have that
And
option.
I completely agree with you. I see like Google. I see all these companies where people are rolling in jeans, t-shirts.
Sure.
I mean, my gosh, look at Zuckerberg.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's where it's gone. So like you, what you've done is you set yourself apart from everybody
Right.
else. So when I started to see a lot of people in the industry start to go down that road, I went back the other way.
Right.
Because
now
I
it's
wanted to
Keep
be
it classic.
I wanted to be different.
absolutely.
And so it makes me stand out.
And you have to understand, how do you want to be perceived? Like, if you're in LA and, you know, everybody's super casual in LA, they're selling $20 million, you know,
in jeans.
estates, and they're very casual.
Right.
In New York City, you will stick out if you're dressing like those dudes are suited up.
Yeah. But it's the
those
environment.
females are suited, you know. Yeah, absolutely.
They're dealing with different people.
At the same time, I think if the top New York City agent decided, I'm going to wear plaid, they're going to be fine because they bring so much value.
What about you? What do you
Because
think?
plaid is really awesome.
And it's
so
really awesome.
everyone likes
What's your
plaid.
thought?
What's my thought?
Yeah.
I think it has to do with your personality. I think that if you're,
Yeah.
you know, like you said, confident, or, you know, you bring what you need to bring to the table, your attire shouldn't matter. I mean, to an extent, you don't want to be coming in looking like a bum, but I
Do you think the
suit
audience
versus
matters at
comfortable-
all?
Huh?
Do you think the audience matters at all?
The type of audience
Like who
who
you're
you're dealing
going to-
with? I mean, I think at first, but if, you know, you're meeting them for like the 5th time, you maybe dress it.
Oh, absolutely. I've worn a suit on the first meeting and then gone to my normal attire after we have that relationship built. The other day, somebody said to me, they're like, you know, your office is not in the same town as this listing. You know, and I said,
Doesn't matter.
one, it doesn't matter. Think about when you were a buyer. Think about all the houses you looked at, and did you, when
Look to
you
see where
called
the
on those
listing
houses,
agent was from?
look up where the listing agent's office was? Did that even remotely come into your head? Never, right? And I think if you're in a listing appointment and your dress attire comes up, you say it the same way. Like, which buyer, when they're looking online, the way I'm going to present your home, the way I'm going to market your home, the way I'm going to advertise your home, which buyer is going to be thinking, gee, I wonder what that listing agent behind the listing is wearing?
Right.
Prove your value in a meeting, and it's not going to matter what you wear.
But
Like,
it's and that's great because after you get past that first, they're almost
Right.
expecting
First impression.
that first impression. They're actually expecting something a little less caliber. So you actually,
Yeah.
I love the psychology behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because you actually, you come in there like, who is this guy?
this guy is a schmuck. He's
And then-
got his basketball shorts
And then
on.
they hear you talk and they hear everything you're offering,
Right.
and they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. If you can connect with them and actually easily make people understand the value you're providing, at the end, that's what they're going to remember. They're going to remember the stories. They're going to remember the information you gave them, not what you wore. So I would focus
They
on
may
that.
remember
Bring the
what
value.
you wore,
But
but they may laugh about it at the closing table.
That's right.
That might help your situation.
You should do like spaghetti stains and, you know, no, you got to be clean. You got to be neat.
What do you think, Lucy?
I've always said you got to look good, to feel good, to play good. So if you think you look good, right, you're going to feel good.
Lucy's back here just working. She always looks good, so it's like, whatever.
Lucy's on the next video. Brittany, how do you think your debut went? Did we even let you talk? I feel like
Kind of.
kind
It's
of.
all right.
Did you get your
Is
2
there
cents in
anything
there?
you want to do in this video that will... Maybe you want to close the video.
Is there anything you want to add? You want to tell people about your photography business maybe? A little
Oh,
shout out.
cool.
How about freelancing your...
Go to your Instagram page or
I
something.
am a photographer, so if anybody needs any work,
How about graphic design?
What's it?
or
Where can they
graphic
find you?
design, BrittanyCarPhotography.com, or you
Check
just
it
look
out.
me up on Facebook.
Can you give the? I'm not going to give the peace sign today. That's all.
Give it out.
You want to do this? Do it at the same time.
Do it up.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.